technology. That's what I like to do. There's always something new and it's always positive. So I was thinking, let me go back to IT. So what is cloud? And cloud actually is a lot of things. If I take my server that I have in my house and put inside a big hosting center, you can actually say that's cloud level 1. I don't have it, so I'm actually accessing in the cloud, but I have to do everything myself. If I need to run the Windows update, I need to install the software and all that. So that's the first level, and then it comes in several levels, and the ultimate level, level 5, which I call it, is this. That means it's free to start. You can just plug in the wall. It's subscription. And then there's actually the last version here, which is one of the most important versions. And that is, now your data is no longer in the house, they are outside. So connectivity is a really, really big issue right now. Can you connect to it? Does it have APIs? Do you have multi-devices? Can you get data in and data out? Another example I want to take from my experience and what I've seen the whole life and one of my philosophies when I started the Uniconta project. You all remember before the cloud base we had the Exchange. This was our email thing. And Exchange was a little different the way that was developed, because Exchange was made in a server team group in Microsoft. That means they decided to make a server that was really good at emailing, calendaring, meeting, notes and all that. Office 365 is not so different from the Exchange technology. Of course, I like that philosophy. So I was thinking, let's do it the same way. Let's make a server, and let's make a server that's really good at doing bookkeeping, inventory control, supply chain, all about ERP. But let's not think about an interface. Let's make sure that everything that server can do has an API method to do it. So the other team has created the Windows client, from today. So that Windows client is using the same API that everybody else can use. In the 90s, it was all about people who like to make a standard, buy a standard ERP solution, navigation on board. They would like to integrate it with some of the other things they had in the office, maybe just through import-export files, but still the type of integration. And then they also want to adapt it to their local needs. But how is the world? Many people think that now in the cloud age things are different. So how is it today? And I think it's the same thing people want today. The world has really not changed so much since the 90s and today. So that's why our business model is still selling to partners that knows the local customer, that can help the customer with adaptation, because companies basically still have the same needs. What we did in the 80s, 90s was that we had the Concorde XL, the AX also, and NAB. And all the three of us developed a language and some tools. When we developed Uniconta, just because we had this new age, there was still modification. So we still think about, we don't talk about the cloud yet. We had the Uniconta here in the cloud, and as I told you, we had the Windows client. And then we looked at also what Microsoft did, for example, with Outlook. There was a concept of plugins. So we took the same concept as Outlook. Uniconta is made in C# and .NET. You don't build a program and say that's it. No, you build like a program, a frame that can load other components. It's not about like the old day where you merge code. The old type of the ERP also with our old product was more like one big system, of course, everybody could talk to each other inside the system, but it was a little difficult for people outside to talk. And so how do you do it here in the new generation? If we take a look at, again, I'm a user, I'm sitting here, I have a Uniconta license, and now I'm connecting to the Uniconta cloud, and I have all these things in the cloud. And now we want to have some integration. The user doesn't have to know anything about the integration. We can do a lot of integration in the background just by integrating to the server, and others can also build this integration to the server. And if you are a company, you can, for example, build your own stuff. If you have a special solution, you can build your own stuff and either host it in the private cloud or in Amazon Web Services or in Azure. And this cloud can also talk to the other cloud product and of course talk to Uniconta back and forth, and the user can also access it. And every island, every cloud has a well-defined API. So that's the kind of the future we are seeing now with